A most macabre handover ceremony. As music blares, Hamas fighters carry the coffins of 4 dead Israeli.
You see how they do the media? Like, it's all... They know exactly how to fucking manipulate a Western audience, and, like, people just eat it up, dude.
Yeah.
They don't even have to try anymore. Like, look how they treated this family, these children. You know, and Hassan, you'll see, is just... He fucking is right there with them.
Hostages, 2 of them children, the youngest to have been abducted on October the 7th. On stage,
The war criminal Netanyahu and his Nazi army killed them with missiles from Zionist warplanes. That's what they say about every dead hostage. It was an airstrike. I mean, that's what they say about everyone that died on October 7th. It was a fucking airstrike.
Except you can't argue with the body. You know, you can. Forensic can tell what happened to the body.
Listen, they'll just say it's lying. But like these people are so dishonest. They'll literally say with a straight fucking face. People like Hassan actually will go further than most of these people. He'll be like, I think over 50% of the people that died on October 7th was from Hamas. That's a concession that most people in his circle won't even make. Nah, they were all killed by the IDF. We would never do that.
an offensive propaganda message blaming Prime.
Offensive propaganda message? The war criminal Netanyahu and his Nazi army killed them with missiles from Zionist warplanes.
You don't see what's offensive here? Is that
what's offensive? Is the graphic design on that? What is going on there?
Yeah.
Why he's Dracula? It doesn't even
he's
look
a vampire?
like no, I get it. But I'm
No,
just
it's
saying,
ridiculous.
I didn't even realize that was Netanyahu at first.
Yeah.
I just thought it was just Dracula.
I thought it was Leslie Nielsen.
Or that's Leslie Nielsen as Dracula. Exactly.
I don't understand what's funny. Like actually pausing and commenting. Like, oh yeah, no, that's not
starting
offensive.
with a
Hostages,
chuckle.
2 of them children, the youngest to have been abducted on October the 7th. On stage, an offensive propaganda message blaming Prime.
Offensive.
Why are you laughing? Why would you laugh?
I don't know. He lost a piece of his heart.
Is there
somewhere.
something joyous right now that you're seeing that's making you laugh about this? It's so you can't see how this is offensive. You fucking, you can't spare one fucking mote of sympathy for dead kids. Just be like, yeah, that's tragic. This is horrible. Like, would that fucking kill you? The answer is yes. He would lose his audience. Oh, this is tragic. Let's look at the comments.
Propaganda message. The war criminal Netanyahu and his Nazi army killed them with missiles from Zionist warplanes.
I mean,
You can't even.
I know it's cringy Twitch talk, but that's the sad Pepe.
Okay, we're doing sad Pepe's.
Oh, you're doing sad.
I'm just pointing out there are people in his audience that have some sympathy.
I mean, yeah, and so lol based. I mean, right here, you just
Yeah,
lol
no, for
based.
sure. You're going to see the opposite as well, but I'm just pointing
Why
out.
are these people not banned immediately and permanently? You know why? Because his mods are the ones writing the same type of shit, and he lets it happen.
Because they agree with that.
Of course they do, dude. Of course they do.
It's a sad Pepe got done.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit of a boomer when it
Dan,
comes to Twitch, I'll admit.
Accuracy is important.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be doing
I don't know. I still take it with a grain of
I-
salt. Then, because within his community, I'm not sure that they really mean that they're sad.
Don't worry. I'll
Yeah.
keep pulling examples for you.
Even call the dude genociding you a Nazi or a war criminal, even though the fucking International Criminal Court is also calling him a war criminal.
Yeah, and they're also calling Hamas fucking guilty of sexual crimes. Did you know that the warrant that they issued for the leaders of Hamas to arrest them, and this same exact time that they issued the warrants for Netanyahu, was for sexual violence and widespread rape, which you deny. So pick a path, motherfucker. Which path? You can't have it both ways. The truth is offensive. It's just true. Yeah, see, now the chat is catching up. The message is quite clear. It's just a fact. It's just the truth, literally true. That's just true.
No, he has a.
How is this offensive? Not wrong. Laughing face. Oh, it's true. This is just the truth. This is just facts.
Arrest warrant. Okay. What are
Where's the sympathy?
I mean, even if it's true, you don't find this tasteless? There's like a dead baby in there, and we need this whole graphic and show him in blood and all this stuff.
With like music and a festival.
This is not tasteless, at the very least.
Hamas
Are
has
we
the best
celebrating death?
Israel killing their own. That mural is kick-ass. They snapped on that. This is his community. This is.
What are we doing? There is missiles from Zionists.
I gotta actually. I don't think these sad faces were for the family.
On stage,
Yeah, that's
an
what I
offensive
think then.
propaganda message.
Okay,
blaming
maybe
Pride.
not.
Trust me.
Offensive
I didn't even
propaganda
know what
It's
emote
slightly
it was,
delayed.
so-
The minute that he starts talking about it, it's all base.
Right.
The war criminal Netanyahu and his Nazi army.
Rip Bozo to a child. Rip Bozo. How is that not an instant fucking ban? Rip Bozo to a fucking 8-month-old baby? To a 3-year-old kid? Was brutally murdered? These are your heroes. Hamas, okay, these are your heroes. Understand that the Israeli public at large, this is what they see. This is what Hamas is. There's no illusion. There's no fucking flowers. There's no. Everybody there knows what Hamas is. The people here, they don't know, because of people like Hassan. They don't know that they're basically like ISIS.
Killed them with missiles from Zionist warplanes. You can't even.
Lol based.
Well based.
That's mind blowing. He has a ton of moderators too. There's literally no reason that he couldn't moderate his chat. None.
No,
it would be so
the
fucking
funny
easy.
thing is that they do moderate. What they ban, you should see what they ban.
Me defending
The
me,
normal voices.
talking about they ban quick.
They ban you quickly.
Yeah.
If you say anything slightly normal, you get banned. But the moderators, they work hard. Don't think that they're not modding the chat. They're working
true.
really hard.
That's true.
Called the dude genocide.
Lol. Love that
Citing
email.
you a Nazi or a war criminal, even though the fucking
Offensive to whom? I guess Israelis and Jews are not real people. Offensive to whom? Lol. Looks good to me. Just the truth. Laugh my ass off. This is every fucking comment pretty much.
International Criminal Court is all.
This is radicalization happening in the chat room of this most popular political streamer who is endorsed, promoted, held up by Twitch. This is happening right in front of our fucking faces. And by the way,
Second most popular political stream.
you're right, behind Asmongold.
Who is similarly vile. So
I think that whole plot point is stupid. Asmongold doesn't talk about. I guess he hasn't. Whatever. Who
no,
cares?
he does.
I don't care about
he
it.
does, and it's pretty vile.
Whatever. I don't want to get
Yeah.
sidetracked. You know what's crazy is after this nuke drops, the video I made, it's got over 3 million views. I think by now it's doing very well received. The fucking marketing head of inclusive marketing, that fucking psycho who tweeted out,
Yeah.
what's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jewish kid? The
Yeah.
Boy Scouts come home from camp. Nothing happened. There was no disciplinary. And just from 2 years ago was being like, oh, these Jewish bitches, get a load of them crying about anti-Semitism. Nothing happened to that woman. Nothing happened to the head of inclusivity, who is openly hating Jewish people. What is the difference between a Jewish kid and Boy Scouts?
Also calling him a war criminal. He has a.
I can't even listen to his song because I think it's so important for you guys to see the chat. That's true. That's true. How's this offensive? Not wrong. That's true, though. Damn, laughing emoji. So the truth. So the truth.
Active arrest warrant.
Just a fact. spot the lie. I mean, I just call that the truth. That's the truth. Facts.
Okay. What are we doing? There is no
It's so
lie here.
insane.
This is correct.
Yeah.
It's just so insane.
That's not propaganda. That's just the truth. Seriously?
What does he even know about Israel or Gaza?
Eli, he's thinking about going to Gaza. Go easy,
he's
please.
Considering.
Show respect.
You would much rather spend your time
I
going
don't know if you saw this
chat.
chat, but they called
Did
him Nosferatu. Like, it's a Jewish, like, it's making fun of his nose.
Wait,
Oh,
they're calling BB Nosferatu?
Which is like,
That's
no,
just straight up anti-Semitic.
Yeah, and it's the fact that it's allowed is crazy to me.
What the fuck? I didn't even think about that. His chat is calling him Nosferatu.
Wait, that's a vampire.
Not
Yeah, but
Ferratu.
Oh, okay.
But they saying nose
They're
because
making
he's
it
Jewish.
nose because he's Jewish.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no. It literally says Nosferatu. It doesn't say Nosferatu.
How do you spell
Are
it?
you talking about the one that's on screen right now? Right there. Oh,
me go
maybe
back.
somebody else did.
Let me
I'm
go
just saying,
back,
That one
'cause-
right there says the actual vampire name.
Okay, hold on. Oh, by the way, guys, check out the new episode of Fear and. It's funny. He goes, I can't believe Ethan plugged Teddy Fresh in the middle of our serious conversation. Check out the new episode of Fear and, everybody. As Hamas walks out with the fucking bodies of slain children to upbeat music and festivities.
Near Khan Yunis, a most macabre
Tell me if you can
handover
see it.
ceremony. As music blares, Hamas fighters carry the coffins of 4 dead Israeli hostages, 2 of them children, the youngest to have been abducted on October the 7th. On stage, an offensive
By the way, you see how it's scrolling up? He's reading the chat. He's looking at chat and reading it.
Yeah.
He's not doing raising of. Can you imagine people writing racist shit in our chat? Do you know how long that would stay up? None. They would be banned and it would be removed immediately. You ask any streamer, the chat is what they want it to be, especially when you have so many mods as fanatic as his. Nothing is in this chat that Hassan doesn't explicitly endorse.
Yeah.
propaganda message blaming Prime
Offensive propaganda message. The war criminal
Rip Bozo.
Netanyahu and his Nazi army killed them with missiles from Zionist warplanes. You can't even
He's reading chat.
call the dude genociding you a Nazi or
Do you think that's the part that's propagandized? He doesn't. He's doing this on purpose.
He's doing it on purpose.
What, you can't call him genocidal? It's like, dude, look at the screen. Let's see here. It doesn't even say genocide on here. Let's say Nazi. Let's call him a Nazi, okay? That's this amount. What about all this shit here, dude? You fucking coward. This man is an evil coward. And by the way, he's thinking about going to Gaza.
When is he coming to a decision? Did he give it a timeline?
He's enjoying thinking about it. Don't
Okay.
rush him.
You would much rather spend your time going after someone who is actually considering genuinely going to Gaza.
or a war criminal, even though the fucking International Criminal Court is also calling him a war criminal. He has a
Did rape
active
happen?
arrest warrant. Okay.
Did rape happen?
What are we doing?
Did rape happen on?
There is
Was
no
there mass
lie.
systemic rape on October 7th?
I think it's right there, the Nosferatu line. It's highlighted.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, no. Nosferatu. It's still not spelling
Oh.
nose.
Okay. So that's not Nosferatu.
It is
The
not.
F looked like an E for a bit.
So now watch.
Apologies.
What's going to get clipped is us saying that and be like, look at Ethan grasping at straws.
Well, that's why I wanted to correct it quickly, because I did not see that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You guys, like, we really don't care about the clips. We're having a conversation.
Yeah, I got you.
No, I'm telling, like,
Here,
it's
this is
like we don't
correct.
even need to
The
think
fuck?
about.
Prime Minister Netanyahu.
Well, I said it. I don't.
for their
Yeah, I'm saying
deaths.
don't even think about it.
We don't know for certain how they were killed, but it was Hamas who took them from their homes.
I love when when you talk to someone like Hassan, they go, "Yeah, the hostages were the most protected people in Gaza. They were underground and where the missiles couldn't hit them, and they survived." And
Yeah, and they were in cages.
But then when the fucking kids die, then they were killed by the IDF airstrikes.
Yeah, except none of it is true, though, too. I mean,
Well, I mean, they're serial liars. Yeah, there would be burn mark. Like, what do you mean airstrike? Whatever. Fuck it. Give me a break. Well, Israel can't prove that Hamas's claim is untrue. That's right. Let's give the benefit of the doubt to the fucking dudes who kill kids and parade their bodies around. The vampire image is great. Great use of AI. I don't know what that means.
Vampire image is great.
They're saying the
image is AI?
Yeah.
It might be.
I think it was.
This is
in
amazing.
November.
Look at the.
People are getting mad at the way it presented. They presented these.
This is amazing. Laughing emoji. Is this normal?
This is not normal.
Is this?
This is not human behavior.
Normal? How is this regular, normalized, mainstream behavior? How is this normal? And how is it that Twitch doesn't fucking care?
These bodies, which the Israeli occupying force literally dropped on unmarked body bags by the truckloads. No, the reason why
that's actually based.
Let me hear what he's saying.
They presented the bodies this way was because in the month of November, this family that was obviously taken hostage by Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad.
We're about to get a special Hassan. He knows exactly what happened because he's so connected.
Because he reads Twitter.
Yeah.
He reads Twitter like these.
They had died in an Israeli bombing campaign.
Oh, because
And did they-
Hamas reported.
And did Hamas report any other hostages that died in airstrikes that ended up being alive? Yes.
Yes.
Did they say that about every hostage? Yes.
Maybe not every, but
I mean, it's their go-to.
Yeah.
Like I knew before that this is exactly what they were going to say and what exactly Hassan was going to say.
He can't have any compassion for what's
No.
going on.
No, he can't. He can't even just acknowledge that it's tragic. He can't.
That is a sick motherfucker.
Like I have no problem doing that. I'm just so disturbed by him and his community. It's not normal. It's not fucking normal. And you cannot look at this and tell me this is not causing anti-Semitism, that this is not related to anti-Semitism. Jewish people around the world looked on this and mourned.
Okay. The media, including Guardian, BBC, and other West.
Let me show you something really interesting. Here's a chatter. Now we've all seen a lot of terrible shit said in this, like almost like unbelievably. Why can't it go fucking backwards? Jesus Christ. Okay, watch.
In the
what?
Oh, God.
Okay, this is very interesting. I just saw this happen in real time.
month of November, this family that was obviously taken hot.
Their homes, quote unquote. They were kidnapped from their home.
Oh,
The kids who were born in Israel.
Are you fucking kidding
that's
me?
crazy.
Hostage by Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad in the month of November, a year ago, or more than a year ago. Hamas reported that they had died in an Israeli bombing campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
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 This comment came up. Defend it, Hassan. Okay? Watch this comment.
Media, including Guardian, BBC, and other Western outlets.
Erased.
Erased.
Pretty quick.
Very quick. I told you the mods are working hard on that chat.
actually reported on it. It was in November 2023. Okay? November 2023. I remember covering it because
you're a fucking
telling us
scumbag
the
Nazi
date,
propagandist
like
or Nazi
6,000 times
terrorist.
doesn't make it more accurate. He has all these like strategies of how he talks,
They
like
did that-
reiterating.
they
So
did
a
that
year
multiple-
ago, not 2 years ago, in November 26th, whatever. It's like, okay, we get it. Your tricks are like so basic.
Well, no,
we get the propaganda that you're doing.
The trick is to ignore the entire context. Is that Hamas does this regularly and has done it to other hostages that were alive.
Yeah.
That them saying they were killed in an airstrike is routine statement for them and like completely fucking untrustworthy. It's just taking everything Hamas says on face value without any critical analysis.
I was like, yeah, obviously, what's more likely that this is... At the time, people were saying, oh, Hamas killed them to get their rocks off or something. You know what I mean?
Is that hard to believe? Is it that hard to believe? Are we still at the stage where we're like, Hamas wouldn't do that? These guys
No.
fucking went into their peaceful kibbutz, fucking murdered the grandparents,
Dogs, family dogs.
fucking killed children and parents in front of each other.
Are there dog settlers?
Yes. They're bark mitzvahs. Are we still at the phase where we can't even be like, nah, Hamas is fucked up for that?
And I told you at the time that if Hamas were to kill a hostage, you would know about it because they would do it in broad daylight.
Oh, you are so... Yeah, you, you are
again,
such
he's with the intel.
You really
'cause he's
think
like
they're gonna...
so, he knows so much about them.
He actually doesn't know a single
He doesn't
fucking
know
thing.
shit. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He likes to pretend that like he's Middle Eastern and he knows anything about it. I actually, as someone from Turkey, it's like that's not even in the Middle East. And you've never been to fucking anywhere near Israel.
He gets his education on Twitter. I mean, that should tell you.
Like, yeah, obviously, what's more likely that this is... At the time, people were saying, oh, Hamas killed them to get their rocks off or something. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
And I told you...
And then it goes into, how can anyone defend Israel killing its own hostages? Now it's actually, we're angry at Israel. It's indefensible what Israel did to these children that Hamas kidnapped and murdered their family.
At the time, that if Hamas were to kill a hostage, you would know about it because they would do it in broad daylight.
Do you actually fucking think Hamas would execute children in broad daylight?
I mean,
These
they
people-
executed a lot of the hostages, and none of them was in broad daylight. So
Well, there was 4 they straight up assassinated as they're in the tunnels when...
the 6. It was
there was
6.
6.
Yeah. Yeah, that was another really devastating moment for everybody.
Dude, these people...
But it was not in broad daylight. So
No, it was in a fucking hellish pit under Gaza. Are we actually saying that Hamas would have executed children in public? The guys who follow every single fucking capturable moment around with like 10 cameras because they know how to manipulate fucking pathetic weasels like you.
Daylight because hostages are their only leverage. Okay?
Well, I'll tell you why they killed the kids, because they don't want to take care of them. That's what happened. Why would they kill the grandparents? If they're so fucking stoked on these bargaining chips, why murder the grandparents? Why do that? Why murder anyone?
Of course, they said it was from the Israel bombing. Why would they not? Why would they kill those hostages on their own?
I just told you the most obvious answer.
And then blame Israel.
Yeah, why would they blame Israel, dude? That makes no sense. Why would Hamas blame the tragic slaughter of children on Israel? Who would do that? Like, he can't even entertain. He can't even. Like, this is an extremely valid point. He can't even entertain it. It's like, dude, are you fucking dumb? Why would they? That makes no sense. It's like, what? The mom was an IDF spy. They were not civilians and used their kids as human shields. That's fucking a new one. Let me read that again. The mom was an IDF spy. They were not civilians. They used their children as human shields. That seems like a good comment.
Nice sci-fi.
To be erased. Let's see if that goes away.
Why wouldn't they just simply keep them alive as they did so many hostages to the best of their ability?
They're such great fucking hosts. By the way, the 3 hostages who were released before them were like, they described as like concentration camp like physical state, like literally malnourished.
They were just giving them enough to keep them alive.
In spite of the endless bombing.
And they were
this
kept
is not
in
just
cages.
my attitude on.
Can he just shut the fuck up and be like, this is sad? Like, do you have to do this all the time, nonstop? No wonder these people are so hateful. They don't know how to exercise any level of empathy. It's impossible for them. They even need to invent stories to justify that these fucking kids died. Because the mom was an IDF spy? The fuck? What?
On this is reported directly from the hostages that have been released in the past 16 months.
What is?
Yeah, hold on.
And
I got to get
why
that.
would they kill those hostages on their own and then blame Israel? Why wouldn't they just simply keep them alive as they did so many hostages to the best?
Someone said scorched earth, which is also true. I mean, they're terrorists.
Yeah.
It's like Hamas is like a terrorist death cult. Like, they don't need a reason to kill people.
Best of their ability, in spite of the endless bombing. And this is not just my attitude on this. This is reported directly from the hostages that have
What a
What is he
fucking
saying?
liar.
been released in the past 16
Are
months.
you referring to the video of that girl waving goodbye to her captor in the Hamas propaganda
I don't
video?
know what is he talking about. I'd love to
He
know.
is such a pathetic fucking
I promise you, the hostages
liar.
that were released do not agree with one word that comes out of his mouth. So it's honestly so disrespectful that you would even say that.
Dude, the hostages agree. Who would even argue with that?
The hostages co-signed me.
Can you Yes, treating the hostages is in their best interest. The hostages are exchange ships. Why would you ruin your own strategies to negotiate, you guys? Yep, use your fucking brain, people.
Wow, you guys are so smart.
War is messy. There's a fair comment. That's almost showing too much empathy, though. I'm afraid that my comment might get erased.
You don't just kill hostages for fun when you take hostages.
Well,
There's a lot of dead hostages.
I mean, it is a psychotic terrorist death cult, so would some people in Hamas kill for fun? Probably. In fact, I don't even need to guess.
I
Go
mean,
to
October
October 7th.
7th.
They have phone calls of people calling their parents in ecstasy, talking about how they murdered, 10 people with their bare hands. I just killed 10 Jews, Mom and Dad.
There's entire families that were wiped off, just like the Bibas with little kids and everything.
Do I need to
They
play that?
murdered
Actually,
all of them.
Can you pull that call, please? Hassan says that nobody would do that. Well, there's a call of someone calling their parents in ecstasy about how he just killed 10 Jews with his own hands. And his parents are stoked for him, too. So let's just hear him out one more time.
Did so many hostages to the best of their ability in spite of the endless bombing. And this is not just my attitude on this. This is
hostages said... They're so grateful for their wonderful care. They did everything to protect us.
Reported directly from the...
How can you say that when 4 of them were executed simply because the IDF was getting too close to them?
Hostages that have been released
Again, I
in
think
the
it was 6.
past 16 months.
Okay, thank you. So listen to this.
Here I sent
You
a
don't-
picture of an example of an entire family that was wiped out.
This call.
Just
Hold on.
kill hostages for fun when you take hostages.
Okay, you don't just kill hostages for fun. All right, that's impossible, right? There. Enjoy. I bet.
Hello.
By the way, he's using their phone to call them. Hi, Dad. Dad, I'm calling you from Israel Kibbutz. Open what's up now. See all the murdered. Look how many I killed with my hands. Your son just killed Jews, Dad. This is from Israel Kibbutz. Allah keep you. Dad, I'm calling you from a phone of a Jew. I just killed her and her husband. With my own hands, I killed 10. Dad, I killed 10 with my hands. Dad, open WhatsApp and see how many I killed. Hello? Hey, Dad.
It's repeating now.
It's repeating.
Oh, there's more. Why? This isn't the whole one because his parents get super stoked. Like you don't even see the whole context of it. But you get the idea.
Yeah.
Why do we need to whitewash Hamas? Like they were literally killing people, using their phones to take pictures and sending it to their family WhatsApp group and posting it on their Facebook page.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Hostages are your only point of leverage.
In November.
This is from Sky News.
Hamas said in November after October the 7th, so
Yeah,
quite
we
soon
get
after, that the 3 Shiri and her...
This is the thing
We
that I
get
see
it.
from a
So
lot of
Hamas
mainstream
said
media.
something. They
It
lie.
just- it blows my fucking mind how the media just accepts Hamas's word at face value. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And it's just endless.
It's
Every
like,
fucking
oh my
time.
God, the person that robbed my house and killed my mom is saying something. Is reporting something.
And then he's like, listen, this is what Sky News says. It's like nobody's denying that Hamas said that. That's not the debate, right? So he uses Sky News saying that they said that as proof somehow.
boys
Yeah.
had been
Did they show the fucking bodies?
killed in an Israeli airstrike, and they then offered to send the whole family with Yarden 2 back to Israel, and Israel refused, saying that this was psychological warfare. So
It's a lie.
Yeah, because it's a lie. And the fact is that there were so many hostages released until now and they never sent them. So
No, that's a fucking total lie. It's an absolute fucking disgusting lie. And they would do that shit all the time in negotiations where they say one thing and then pull out and change the terms at the last minute. Yeah, this is my favorite. Israel killed hundreds using the Hannibal Directive, which is like another favorite. Like, you know, it's estimated that maybe like 7 to 12 of the 1,200 people that died were accidentally killed by friendly fire.
mhm.
That's it. He's like, see? Checkmate.
Even the New York Times reported back, fears grow over...
This is so fucking absurd what he's doing. Nobody denies that Hamas says they died in an IDF strike.
fate of Biba's family in Gaza. Hamas's arm wing says the hostages, a mother and her 2 young children, have been killed in Israeli airstrikes. Israel's military said it was assessing the claim. Concern for members of the Bibas family, a mother...
Yes, the story is Hamas said they were dead. We know. That's not what's at debate. You scum fuck. I don't need to show you any more of this. You guys get the idea. But...
Yeah.
I mean, even if they did die in an IDF airstrike, it's Hamas's fault for fucking kidnapping them, killing their grandparents, and kidnapping literal children. One of them an infant. And by the way, he talks about hostages like these are like the most valuable thing in the world to them. He can't make up his mind. It's like if they're so valuable, then you would put them deep in a tunnel where they can't be reached, where all the other officers of Hamas are. But then he's on one hand being like, well, actually, they were just on the surface getting bombed because they're trash and they don't care about them. It's like, pick a lane, bro.
I just keep looking at their faces and I just can't comprehend. I mean, I saw videos of the Bibas family. One of them was playing Batman.
Yeah.
He was an innocent fucking kid, man. Like,
listen, I'll acknowledge all the fucking way, every day, all the time, that the unspeakable tragedy and the loss of children, the mass loss of life of children in Gaza, and the absolute unforgivable tragedy that is.
Yeah.
Why can't you do the same thing? Why is that impossible? Because they need to hate Israelis. They need to hate them. They're subhuman.
He doesn't actually want a solution.
No, of course not. That was my point from the beginning. If you wanted a solution, you wouldn't sit here and be like, I have no empathy for the dead children. Because who the fuck... He always makes this comparison to... He always says this. Nelson Mandela was on the terrorist watch list. So, you know, Hamas, whatever, you know. And Nelson Mandela was a great fucking man who understood that wanton violence against civilian population would make reunification impossible, which is why over the entire course of their resistance, it was like a dozen people, maybe civilians that died. And they were all from like rogue actors who were held responsible for their murder and condemned by his movement. Comparing Nelson Mandela to Hamas is like a fucking taking a shit on his grave of what that guy achieved through pacifism and like remaining human. That's what makes reunification possible. Whatever Hassan is doing makes it impossible.
I think it's worth pointing out, too, that Nelson Mandela was a big supporter of two-state solution.
Actually, I didn't know that. I always hear them citing him. There's a specific quote of him saying, like, supporting Gaza, which is
yeah,
fun.
I mean, he supported
but they always
the
show that.
Palestinians. Yeah, and the other half of that is that he was, I mean, yeah, I mean, he basically had a similar position to yours. It's just like they would call him a raging Zionist now.
Dude, Nelson Mandela was a fucking great man who understood that like their strategy was to interrupt like commerce and functions of the state to like bring society to a standstill to force them to negotiate. It wasn't to do random violence on civilians, and to even compare them is so fucked up. And the way that people just throw that around is so insulting, and it's so fucking. It's just so pathetically obtuse.
I don't know how is this audience supposed to be educated.
Well, a lot of them are like freshmen in college.
Yeah, I mean, that's educated people.
Well, they think freshmen in college are the ones who think they know everything.
Sure, but they got there somehow.
Yeah, you don't learn shit in high school.
I don't know.
They listen to Hassan. They trust him.
How is he knowledgeable? I don't understand. He supposedly studied this stuff.
I don't know.
He's acting
I mean,
like
he's good at
the way he talks is like he doesn't know shit.
Well, he's good at like presenting an air of confidence.
He's good at using fancy words and saying nothing.
Yes.
The bottom line, he says nothing.
And her 2 young children who have become symbols of the hostages held in Gaza deepened on Wednesday afternoon when Hamas's army, the Al-Qassam brigades, claimed 3 had been killed in Israeli airstrikes. They literally also said that they would send the bodies back.
He won't
Did they literally? They literally said that, guys. So, period.
On God.
Pathetic.
Hey, guys, catch the Fear and podcast. Newest episode. Bring cutie Cinderella home. I cannot fucking believe Ethan plugged Teddy Fresh. So that's Hassan, everybody. An absolute disgusting, despicable human being who spreads nothing but hate, foments Foments Anti-Semitism is part of an organization that supports Foments Anti-Semitism, who hires open anti-Semites to run their inclusivity department. It gets even better, guys. So yesterday, if you, or well, let me see if there's anything else here. Yeah. It's some super racist, like, crazy, you know, like Jim Crow style of society. Like, I can't wait to show you guys how beautiful, how multicultural, how like free it feels for people, or just it's a beautiful place. It is. It's one of the most diverse places I've ever been.
I've always wanted to go on Birthright. Never, never.
Oh man, Zach needs
I think
to
you
come with
aged out
us.
of that.
Zach needs to come as one of our kids.
You want to?
I'm Zach Klein. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
Young Zachariah. But I want to show you guys Tel Aviv. Yeah, that's I love it.
Base?
I would be like, yo, I'm going to Israel in June.
Base?
Based?
I hate it so much.
She loves it. I'm going to show you guys, though. I'm very excited. I'm going to show you Tel Aviv. I'm going to show you Yaffo, which is like the sister city of Tel Aviv, which is like an Arab city. But obviously, it's not like that. It's not
They're
like
kind of like one. Tel Aviv,
yeah,
Yaffo is one. Yeah.
It's not like, you know, segregated.
You know what's fucked is like if you go to Israel, they won't let you in Lebanon if it's
Mhm.
on your passport.
Yeah.
And then so like I have people in my family, for example, who like the husband's Lebanese and the wife is Palestinian. And so if they want to visit her family in Palestine, you have to go through Israel.
Wait, Israel doesn't let Lebanese in? I thought
no,
they
no,
did.
no, Palestine. Lebanon.
Lebanon doesn't let
Yeah,
Israel.
but I'm saying when they want to visit like her family in
They're fucked.
Palestine, now they're worried about going to Lebanon.
Well, you know what Israel does?
Yeah.
They do this for everybody. It's routine. They don't stamp your passport. They put it on a disposable one, so they don't fuck people over.
Actually, yeah, this person I'm
That's-
talking about said that they didn't stamp his passport.
Like Israel,
and
they
he was
don't
really
stamp,
worried about that.
They don't
yeah.
stamp your passport because it would fucking like destroy. And that's great that they do that.
Yeah.
Based.
Based.
Oh God. Please.
Base?
My stomach was just recovering, and like this is like giving me.
Here's an infograph. This might be interesting. Let's see. We should probably go though.
It's 407. Right?
Oh, this is super interesting. Someone made this. So when H3 Snark closed, you can see, and then all these other subreddits, when YouTube Drama was a huge recipient of the traffic. The other one was the other weird, bizarro, fucking anti-fan one. The H3
The Matt,
underscore.
I like the, that's the Matt Haas stuff.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
He's light and waiting, man. All these years.
I wonder how many people of our audience now even know what we're talking about.
Yeah, that needs.
You know what? You could find out by visiting h3lore.com.
Yeah.
Nice, Nate. You were quick with it.
Base?
Oh no! Now they're not gonna
Terrible.
go.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, you can see. Snark was really people were really loving that H3 Snark,
Juicing.
and now it's down here.
dude.
But you know, it's everyone else is enjoying because it's just from one pipeline to the next.
Just want to point
Based?
out, it's
Sorry.
not just someone that made this. It's the legend Anton.
Oh, I love this guy.
Yeah,
Wait, who's that?
Anton.
He's a
Base?
dude. I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know anything about him, but he's like a great fan who's always
He's
like been
always
involved,
been-
dropping cool stuff, being supportive.
He knows a lot about Keemstar too, right? Back
yeah,
in the
he
day.
was like when
Yeah.
that whole Keemstar War in 2020. He was there, right?
The last war.
He's a soldier. Wait, Hassan blamed it on Destiny? How do you do that?
Work to fans
Blame
who
what?
felt snubbed and found a place to air
The
their
article.
Oh, okay.
fans who felt snubbed and found a place to air out their grievances, songs, criticism.
Da-da-da-da-da. Hold on, this part's not interesting. This part doesn't support my story. Da-da-da-da-da. I told dude. That's gonna come big.
Yeah,
I
here, the
think so
point
too.
is,
I'm
they
seeing it.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
seeing
yeah, yeah.
It's good.
also actively inside of DGG
Why is it?
will work to brigade subreddits and then claim that I'm doing that.
The irony
Oh,
of him
DGG
crying
would
about the
what?
brigading
What?
of subreddits is bananas when 5 of his
Oh my
mods
God.
are on these fucking subreddits that are specifically listed as part of a brigading network.
All the fucking time. And then point to the one instance where I tried to get banned from LSF.
I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about, actually, to be honest.
I think I kind of remember that lore because he was constantly getting posted on the live stream fail subreddit, and
Yeah, so he complains to them.
well, no, they had a rule that you can't direct your audience to live stream fail, and so he intentionally, like, he wanted to get banned from it so it would stop getting posted there. So he instructed his audience to all go there and brigade it as much as possible, so that he would be blacklisted from it.
And surely they've all
worked.
And surely
Maybe
they've
it
all
did
gone
work.
away.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's not allowed on live stream fail
Nah,
anymore.
he is.
Is he?
Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what the
I feel
fuck
like I never
said
see
there.
clips of him on there, so it might have
Sometimes
worked.
I think it's
super
I
rare.
feel like I've seen him on there.
I think
Okay,
they
maybe
changed it
I'm wrong.
recently, maybe, but I think
Maybe.
it's bizarre how the mods are like fucking placating the Twitch streamers. Doesn't that defeat the whole point? Like, he's, from what I understand, in contact with them regularly and complaining about things, and it's like, well, why the fuck would you care about what
saying that-
Hassan thinks?
I'm seeing like he begged the moderators to remove all clips of him because of his mental health, and then he was gone. There was like a 6-month period where they removed anything Hassan related from it, but I'm seeing that that's over now. So. I don't mind the
The
You can just
very
do
good.
the
I think I'm gonna pair it with the Jimmy one.
Oh, up.
The thing is, you can hit us with the and you drop the bass at the right time, boy.
And
I'm telling
maybe.
you.
Mm-hmm.
That's hits like a J-Dam called on. Yeah, but what I would say, this might be our only fucking chance to actually get Reddit to realize this. We've said continually that the only thing that gets these motherfuckers to do anything is media coverage, and this is like the one chance we have to do something about this massive disinformation harassment campaign that's affecting all of us. Like, share this article, talk about this article, and I hope other publications cover it, which I think probably
too,
will happen.
And add to
Yeah.
the investigation. I mean, if people
Right,
can find out more about
I'd love to
this.
see like New York Times or somebody that isn't Peter Thiel's protege take a look at this
Yeah.
and give something that's a little bit more neutral.
Yeah, but in the meantime, it's a good, well-sourced article. So I personally have no problem sharing this specific article around.
Yeah, I mean, at least the stuff relating to Hassan, you know, we followed up on and checked for ourselves because, yeah, I mean, like it being this weird libertarian thing definitely made me be like, I need to make sure that what they're saying is actually checks out. But at least, again, not commenting on like the pro-Palestinian aspect of this network, the fact that Hassan's mods are a part of it and we're connected with all of these various apolitical subreddits that have frequently been targeting you guys as of late, that all checks out.
It's crazy, dude. Hold on one sec, guys. I'm just checking on the delivery.
Are you? Oh my God, this guy. Bruh. Oh, see, you forgot. We installed this on your phone. We know what you're fucking doing, dude.
Hold on, guys.
Get off of Survivor, bro.
Wait, I need to do it.
Come on.
Oh, it's
dude.
delivered.
We're doing a show.
Is it?
It said it was delivered.
Oh, he killed
Just
the.
Oh
outside.
my goodness.
He killed the illusion.
The name is, I have no idea what this name is.
Who got your watch?
It's C. Padrino.
Steve Badrino.
C. Padrino. Cody.
Oh, no, not Cody. It's there.
Run, Charlie. Run like you've never run before.
I got the golden ticket. Yeah, so it's all pretty fucking crazy. But I have a feeling if enough people talk about this, it will be covered by other, you know, more neutral
Right. That would be nice.
publications. But I mean, listen, we've all seen it.
That's
We've
the
seen it
thing.
with our own fucking eyes.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say about that, pretty much.
That's so scary.
Oh, one thing I wanted to ironically point out here is here's
That's
a
so
post.
scary.
Here's a post from 1 year ago on Faux Moi. With 2,500 points is a big post. What is the psychology behind a single celebrity snark subreddit? Does anyone else feel like they operate under cult-like conditions, intense emotional investments, rebranding, common words, obsession with one person, former snark sub members who left? What was your breaking point? What?
Frankly, this was already a little ironic a year ago, because like Faux Moi, I guess it wasn't. It's not fair to call it a snark subreddit, but it was like adjacent. It was pretty close.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess the big difference is it wasn't singularly focused on one person, so they're making that distinction, which I guess probably does whip it up even more intense.
I
when
honestly
it's,
don't
like,
know enough
hyper-focused.
about it. Like, what kind of stuff? Is it just like gossip?
It was more like,
like a tabloid.
It was like tabloid gossip
Tabloid.
type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But now it's like just an H3 hate subreddit.
But nowadays, snark pages are like, they're like trying to destroy your life. So I don't know if
right,
it's
they're like
fair to say that.
Yeah,
that's what
you're right. You're right.
Faux Moi was.
It wasn't as bad as the snark subreddit,
But that ethos
Yeah.
is bled into these other subreddits.
Right.
And like this is the top comment. They hate, truly just hate the other person for existing.
Yeah.
I see it as similar to hate watching for anti-fans. There is all the benefits of a community and bonding, but just over hatred. Therefore, all legitimate discourse is lost to hating these people, often for things they can't control, like their skin color or where they were born. And I think it's interesting to note, too, that these are mostly subs focused on female celebrities filled with women.
I think generally that's true. You've always been for the girly, Ethan, so you're kind of the exception.
Well, two of the main snarker mods are Trisha
Right.
fangirls. There are women. Whatever that means.
It's interesting you know
that
that.
you're from the girlies.
For the girlies, by the girlies.
Yeah.
Fubu. Or no. For the girlies. for you, by you.
Where'd you get that from?
Wait, so
Because Fubu is
Fugu?
for you, by you.
So Fugu.
For the
us,
girlies.
by us.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, it's getting late.
Check it out. Share this article. There's so much more I wanted to talk about, but we just don't have time, guys. And I'm grateful that it was very hard to break the illusion, the hold that this community had over this whole topic. And but we did it, and we can speak freely now. And I'm so grateful to everyone who's here, who's receptive to what we're saying. And I thank you guys for that.
Thank you for listening.
I just got a text from that family member who said you forgot to mention that Israel dumped my suitcase at the airport. Just leave me alone. Please. I wasn't saying anything.
what
I
happened?
thought it was just. I just thought it was just. An
Israel dumped. Wait, what happened?
They dumped his suitcase at the airport.
Oh.
They dumped it.
Yeah, like they emptied his suitcase.
They gotta
and
check it.
humiliated him.
Did he get
said-
it back? His stuff. He got his stuff back. They just searched him. Yeah.
They searched
I didn't even
him.
know that guy watches the fucking show. I just thought it was interesting I thought it was interesting that they can't go to the situation was interesting. That's it. I didn't say anything about nothing.
Yeah.
Leave the fuck alone. I don't
That's
care.
fair. No, listen, that's fair. It's fair
Thank
to-
you for watching, cousin, and
Yeah, we love you.
hopefully we can all visit each other one day.
I'm Irish from now on, okay? My mom's Irish, I'm Irish. Leave me alone. I gotta watch. I gotta Rolex now. I got time for this shit.
Yo, we're no longer doing a happy message. Thank you, AB. We're no longer doing snarker doxes. We're doing sneaker doxes.
Oh.
Thank you for the H3 sneaker docs. We were out here in Burbank, and we've been meaning to get new sneakers.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my
So we just
God.
happened to be watching H3 at the same time. Y'all got to come check them out. Check them out on
game.
Instagram, Quality
Nice.
Los Angeles.
Speaking of which, Nick's texted me asking Ethan and Nilo what your shoe sizes are.
Oh.
He wants to give you some shit.
That's nice. Better make them. I want those.
I'm going there tomorrow, so I'll.
I'm just kidding.
I'll make
I don't
them-
want him to get.
He offered.
He wants the unks.
Yeah.
Nothing less.
You want the Chicago